Hello, everyone. Welcome to Interjections, the Undiscovered Decade. This is a podcast where we talk about movies on their 30th anniversary. This month, we're looking back at November 1995. We're almost done with the year. Isn't that crazy? I can't believe it. This year flew
Goodbye.
by. We are talking about a movie called The Crossing Guard. And usually, we have someone, we spin a wheel and we have them talk about the plot. And there's only two of us left. We 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 got Jimmy's out of the way early, and then
I like how
Jeff
we need
Jeff took care of stuff
I like how we need a wheel for
just for the
two.
last. Well, it's always
Yeah.
funny in
Just
November.
just flip a coin.
Well, here we go. Okay,
Oh, I know I'm doing next month.
so you have the fun one.
Yeah. Actually, that's convoluted plot.
All right, the Crossing Guard. So Freddy Gale is a broken man, played by Jack Nicholson. His daughter has been killed. We learn eventually in the film by a drunk driver, played by David Morse, who, as the film starts, is getting out of his very short jail time, considering he killed someone. We don't really delve into the law, but the point of the film is that Freddy is seeking revenge. He plans to kill
John.
John.
It's
So,
John.
so
It's
simple.
John Booth.
Oh my God, how did I not remember that? Anyway, we
Close.
follow both men's lives over the next couple of days because Freddy breaks into his trailer and threatens to kill him. John argues with him a little bit like, you can do whatever you want to me. He essentially says he's kind of dead inside. And then Freddy gives him like 3 days. He's gonna think about it for 3 days and then he'll come and kill him. And we watch the two of them go back and forth. John meets a woman named JoJo who he kind of starts a romance, and then Freddy talks to his ex-wife, and he kind of goes back and forth whether he wants to actually kill John or not. And then it culminates in their showdown at the end.
Hell of a showdown, though.
Yeah, the last 20 minutes are phenomenal.
Yeah, you forgot one of the most important parts, though. Who is this written and directed by?
Oh, that's right. This is written and directed by Sean Penn, actor and director. He had made one film before this called The Indian Runner, which covers similar stuff. There's Viggo Mortensen plays a guy getting out of jail, and David Morse actually plays his brother who tries to get him back into society. Similar themes, like man lost, not sure if he belongs in society, and trying to find your place. So it's kind of interesting that he switched David Morse into the criminal searching for himself role. And actually, the next film that Sean Penn does is called The Pledge, and he has Jack Nicholson as a broken man again, but he's a retired
Jack,
detective investigating a murder, and
listen,
he meets Robin Wright and dates her. So it's kind of like all three are a triptych of Sean Penn figuring out these three actors.
right? I mean, Jack Nicholson is just typecast as a broken man. It's just how broken he gets
Hmm.
and how unhinged he gets in whatever he does.
Just wait for my pick of the month.
It's great. But the my thing about David Morse continually that man came out of the womb looking like he was in his 50s. Like even though this was 30 years,
Go.
he's 30 years younger, it still looks like he was de-aged. Like they did one of those like they put the mullet and the sideburns on him just to like make him look younger, but he's still just like I think it's because we haven't seen like a calm, he was pretty calm for someone who just got out of prison.
Hmm.
Like compared to other, ex-con characters in other movies, like he was very like
He was Zen-like.
straightforward.
Yeah,
What?
Zen's a good word.
Yeah.
Zen-like.
Yeah, he was zen. He's like, I don't want to hurt you.
That's what I really liked about this. David Morse is the best part of this film.
Yeah.
I
He's
agree.
like
Him
the
and Angelica,
coolest cucumber.
actually.
Yeah, he was great. Well, I told you my David Morse story, right?
I
If
forget.
we want to
I
get
think
into
you
that once.
have in the past, but
Here.
Cory
So
hasn't heard.
Jen and I went to go see How I Learned to Drive on Broadway when they revived it. David Morse and Mary Louise Parker,
Yes.
they had originated the roles when it was originally on Broadway. So they were doing it, 30 however many years later as more or less a memory play. It was really cool, and it was the weekend of the Oscars, so we knew that the author of the play was also going to be there too. So we met her after the show. But the thing is, if you know anything about that show, it's very heavy. And it's not the type of thing that you want to like wait at the stage door for and be like, "Oh my God, can I have your autograph?" Like nobody is excited to be done with that. Like everyone's excited to be done with that show. Nobody's excited to like wait and talk about that show after because it deals with like molestation and things of that nature. So at one point we're talking to the author. Can't remember her name right now. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
That's okay. Yeah.
But anyway, we see Mary Louise Parker walk out, and she just kind of like ducks out and just avoids everybody. I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
But
Makes
then
sense.
David Morse walked out and was standing maybe 50 feet away from me, talking to some friends of his. And then I look up, he looks over at me, and we just kind of nod at each other. And then he walks off into the night. And I was like, that is the perfect David Morse interaction. I don't need anything more than that in my life.
He kind of did the Robert Redford Mountain Man nod,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah.
it was definitely a moment.
He knew,
But
like, yeah, you're here. I appreciate that you came, but we're not gonna have a
yeah, we're not gonna. This is
moment.
not a
Yeah.
no selfies.
Paula Vogel, by the way.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah.
Paula
I
Vogel.
knew you just wanted to know.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Hmm.
Now I can sleep.
But yeah,
Anyway,
I wanted to say
Happy.
about David Morse, the his physicality is, I think, one of the best attributes for this film. He's so much taller than everybody, and he's just built. So you know that if Jack Nicholson goes after him, he's like a 50, 60-year-old man at this point, right? He's 88 now, so he would have been 58.
He's a
So
bad kid in this stuff.
David Morse could have taken him very easily. He could
yeah,
have taken him in the first scene they meet. And it's just, it goes to show he's like, I'm not actually a killer. I was just an alcoholic.
he's
And I'm dealing with the after effects. And I wish I was dead anyway. So I'm kind of fine with what happens. But you know, he's so imposing. There's a scene
it's like a
where
gentle
he's
giant thing.
yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. The scene I'm most into, I guess, is when he's talking to Robin Wright about the death of the daughter, Freddie's daughter. I think later it's both when they're lying next to each other talking about that, and then she tries to comfort him or something, and he like grabs her real quick, and you're like a little scared for a second for her because it's almost like a Lenny situation where he's like he almost too roughly grabs her, but he's like, I might not see you ever again because he's telling her that Freddie's gonna come and kill him. She's like, okay, or should we tell the police? You can see
Yeah,
she wants to say that, but she's like, but I know you don't like the police.
Right.
yeah,
So, but he so gruffly grabs her, and it's like he could so easily snap everybody, you know,
yeah.
and he doesn't want to. And
He's
he
super
paints such
calm.
a good picture when he's telling the story of the actual incident that it's just indelible, I guess. I don't know. It's so
Yeah,
moving.
yeah. He's just the calmest, mean-looking actor.
It's funny because in that scene where Freddie tells him that he's got 3 days to think about it, he underplays it and Jack overplays it.
Right.
Yeah,
So somehow in the middle it works.
I loved a lot of things about
That
this
scene actually.
movie.
That's it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh God,
yeah.
my gun
That's
doesn't work.
that's the one. Ah, fuck. My gun,
Dumbass.
like, because he goes, Jack, it's just, he's unhinged. And that's part of why he's estranged from his wife as well.
Yeah.
Who, did we go over that? Did we talk about
He
his wife is
briefly said
Angelica,
Angelica
yeah,
Houston's great.
Who,
Angelica
who
Houston.
he had a relationship with in real life
Yeah,
years
so
prior.
it's very poignant to see them talk about why their relationship failed a few years earlier.
No acting.
Imitating life, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Well,
And they
that's,
know. I mean, it's all together because obviously Sean Penn famously married Robin Wright. That was a big storyline through the 90s.
see, I don't keep up with any of that.
If you're nerds
So
Well,
like
that's what
Cory
I
and I,
had
we
no
knew about
idea.
it.
It makes
The
sense.
first I heard of both of them was that they got married. And I knew of her from Princess Bride, but she
Yeah,
famously like added Penn to her name for credits in the mid 90s and then took it away when they divorced.
gross. It was, I really liked the way that the juxtaposition was. Because in the very beginning, the first note I had was, of course, this opens with boobs. Corey, did you pick this one? uh, but it was, and then you see that they're grieving in their own ways because it's cutting back and forth between Angelica Houston at a grieving parents meeting and Jack Nicholson's at the strip club, and like they're both grieving their own way,
Right,
and it
good
kind
point.
of sets up what kind of person he is and just how unhinged he's become since then. It's just the collision course that he and Morse are on throughout the entire movie is fascinating. Because it's like, yeah, he's out for revenge, and the guy's like, yeah, you totally could kill me. Like, I deserve to die. Like, this is not. Since the gun went off, let's take a breath, think about this. And Jack's like, I'm gonna give you 3 days, and David Morse is just like, you got 3 days to think about it.
Yeah, I think it's a fascinating idea of a script.
And the fact that it culminates in one of the best standoffs I've seen, because he sets up that, like, because Jack Nicholson ends up like getting pulled over for a DUI and
On the
running
way to
from
maybe finally
on
culminate.
yeah, on the way to kill him. He gets pulled over, runs from the cops with a weapon, ends up on David Morse's property, basically becomes exactly the thing that he was trying to kill. And for a moment, you're genuinely not sure who's going to shoot first.
The mirror, yeah.
And then, David Morse runs and creates the weirdest, most Sean Penn scene
Which
when
one?
they're
Which
on the
part?
bus.
Oh, the bus was
And
good, yeah.
the bus, because they escape, they just sit on the bus all quiet like, and then he fakes getting off at one stop, and
Yeah, that was funny.
it
Another
was
weird scene with the bus earlier in the movie.
Oh, with the like
That woman,
mentally diminished woman,
that
yeah.
very nebulous conversation that happens on the bus.
Yeah, at that point I was like, what is this movie gonna be? I don't know about this.
oh yeah, the
But
one.
but it
No,
shows that he
I
is a
think that
nice
was
person.
no. You know what it was? I think that was the bus scene. I wrote down that was the most Sean
Very
Penn scene
uh-huh.
when the crazy woman's talking about metaphysics.
Yeah.
Some of the dialogue in this is really good, though.
Uh-huh.
Some of it.
Some of it. Some of it's weird.
Some of
Some of
it,
it's a little
yeah.
crap.
Yeah. I loved when Jack just goes off on Robbie Robertson, it's like one of his two acting roles, by the way. This is a guy who shared a birthday with me. He was part of the
Harry
band.
Roberts composed the last Scorsese movies.
Yeah, he actually, I didn't know this. He was supposed to be an actor. After the last waltz happened, all these studios wanted him to be the next big thing. So he was going to take off in movies, and they put him in Carney, and then Carney didn't do well. And so then he just scored Scorsese's films. But that's how he's kind of connected, because obviously Scorsese did the last waltz. I guess Sean Penn got him out of acting retirement and put him in one more film. Decent scene, but Jack's so unhinged. The things he says are just so weird to Anjelica Huston.
Yeah.
It's basically like, I can't even see my own kids. They call me Freddy. Like, come on. But
Yeah.
the other things he says are so interesting.
Well, because when you think about how old the younger kids are, because this is the events of the movie are 5 years past when their daughter died.
Yeah.
And the kids are like no older than 7, I would
Yeah.
say.
So they don't know.
So like, they don't know him. So she's probably just like, she introduced him as the stepdad, or like him as Uncle Freddie or whatever. It's fucked up.
Another
But
thing I liked in the showdown was initially when he's pulled over and runs and he goes into that one house and there's the kid sleeping that's just like, I'm not gonna say anything. I ain't no snitch.
And then he like
and Jack like kisses the kid's forehead.
That was awful.
fucking absolutely unhinged. I literally wrote that. I'm like, that is the most, because he reminded him of like the kid that was sleeping reminded Jack of his daughter. So he like broke for a second and
Jack.
kissed the forehead.
Jack.
And I was like, Jesus Christ.
This is all from the mind of Sean Penn, by the way. He's the writer.
Yeah, no, I just, that it makes so much sense.
I was hoping, and you've seen Indian Runner.
Yes.
Right? He must have a close relationship with Springsteen, actually.
I think he must. If
Because
not,
Indian Runner
just
is based on a song, and the opening track in this is Missing by Bruce Springsteen, which is a really good track, I thought. I thought it was a great opening track for the movie. Very
they
calm.
must at least have a
And
good
closing.
relationship. Yeah, so it's based on Highway Patrolman,
Right.
which is based on the relationship between two brothers who find themselves on opposite sides of the law.
Yeah. Music in between is very soapy. The Jack Nietzsche score.
Yeah, it was just like one guy and a synth.
Yeah, I didn't
That was one of
Liked it.
my lesser liked parts of the movie was the score, just because it sounded like a TV movie.
Yes, exactly.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. I think I'm more forgiving on certain scores.
Yeah. But if you want to go full film major about it, if one guy's doing the score, it definitely does show the power of one person and how they can change the narrative of whatever's going on. So we'll go with that. We'll give Sean Penn the benefit of the doubt here, and it wasn't because he was just being cheap and didn't want to pay for an orchestra.
This was his last movie they
Yeah,
scored.
I don't think he's cheap. I think he's
Not
just
cheap,
doing
no,
something weird.
No, but I mean, like, as opposed to playing for a whole symphony recording,
Fair enough, yeah.
that's more what I was getting
Yeah,
at.
I think he leaned more into the soundtrack aspect of it than a score,
Right. Yeah, I think I made a note about that actually.
I forget if
the
Jack
music
did
direction in this
Indian
was
Runner
really
too.
good, because the songs that they chose in between. I watched it on Pluto, and I don't know if it was Pluto or my TV or whatever. I could not turn the subtitles off, but I was seeing the lyrics of the songs as they were playing,
Hmm.
which I don't normally like. My brain is weird and I don't hear lyrics first. Like I'll hear the melody and then I won't hear the lyrics until like the 20th time I've heard the song. So seeing it
Hmm.
laid out while the movie's playing, I was like, oh, these are actually really good song choices
Yeah.
for this. And I think I made a note about the music direction.
Well, I will tell you, Nitch worked on the Indian Runner as well, and if I kind of remember, it was a little TV movie-ish too. But if you ever watch The Pledge, which I am telling you,
Pledge is
this
great.
one actually watch. It's so good. He has an actual score on that one, and that score helps lead the film. He also
Interesting that
uses.
Sean Penn has never directed anything with himself in it.
That is interesting, yeah, because his probably biggest film is Into the Wild.
Yes,
And how do you guys feel about that?
I love that movie.
Have you seen that, Jeff?
Nope.
I watched that with Sean and Pat, and we kind of made fun of it because it's like a little too self-serious. But the more I think about it, Emil Hirsch does a good job, and having now seen the other three good Sean Penn directed films, I could see his through line, like his style, and I could appreciate Penn's direction at least. I just think the character, the real person of Christopher McCandless was an idiot, so I don't like that. I
Yeah,
think
they
that's really,
romanticized quite a bit.
yeah, I think that's really what it is. But he uses
Eddie Vedder did
Eddie
this.
Vedder, yeah. Eddie Vedder did the soundtrack on that. So it's got a similar feel to Bruce, but like a more 90s, more modern at the time soundtrack. And I think that was what was a little self-serious to us. Speaking of the fact that he's very soundtrack more than score. In hindsight, I
Yeah.
like that a little bit as well.
I also, from a character name perspective, Freddy's last name is Gale,
Mm-hmm.
and their daughter is Emily.
Okay.
What was Dorothy's last name in The Wizard of Oz?
Gale, yeah.
And her aunt was
Annie M.
Aunt. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Mm.
All right, Sean. And he names the guy who kills someone John Booth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's very, very on the nose
Mm-hmm.
on certain things.
What are the other? Well, JoJo, that's like JoJo Dancer.
JoJo, I think
The
JoJo's just a good,
JoJo
like,
Rider.
JoJo Dancer, the Richard Pryor
she's
biopic?
she's
Yeah.
as close as we get to a manic pixie dream girl in this movie.
I wasn't buying their relationship, by the way, Robin Wright.
No,
Just kind of happens.
it seemed well, that was the thing. I was suspicious of her because it happened so quickly. And I was just like, she's gonna be some like journalist or something that's like
That'd been an interesting twist.
Yeah. If she's at this party and John's friend drummed him up, like he's a nice guy, he's just got out of prison, just at least meet him. And
Right.
she's intrigued. I don't know what to sell us on her wanting to date him would be.
I just feel like they were at that party and then a couple scenes later they're laying in bed together, so I didn't quite see the trajectory of that relationship.
Maybe it's missing a scene.
I know they're trying to mirror or at least parallel the fact that Jack's on the descent and he's in a spiritual ascent.
Hmm.
yeah.
They want
We
to
need
mirror.
him to have a cipher to talk to.
That's true, I guess.
And it could have been his friend, but his
It
friend's
could have
too
been his
fun.
parents.
Yeah.
Trevor Laurie's really good.
Well, they have the nice scene where he confesses to them that he's sorry about ruining their lives, even though they do anything for him. Because you're
Yeah.
not sure when they pick him up in the beginning if they're happy
Oh, the
about
dad
it.
makes it pretty known he's happy. He's laughing
Right.
the part, right?
But that feels like it could be a little cynical. Like we don't often see people pick other people up from jail.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're bitter. You don't know if the father was abusive. Maybe that's why he was in jail. You don't know really why he's even being picked up at first, unless you know the log line. It could have gone the other way where they're like, no, we're doing this. We don't actually know who you are anymore. You changed once you killed a child. But I think that's what was necessary for them because he's almost saying, like, whatever happens, I want you to know I'm sorry. And they want him to know they love him. And so I don't think you could do what they did with Robin Wright. Like, they know what happened. They must have been there for the trial. So it's more for us to get the story of the death without hearing it from Freddy. So I don't know if it's important to Sean Penn to have the trajectory work with their relationship. Because even then, like the scene I was talking about where he hugs her too hard, that's the last time we see her. So he's almost like, yeah, this really wasn't anything, was it?
Yeah.
I kind of got my release. We like each other, but we would have liked each other more if this hadn't happened. Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know, and we never could know. So
Like we cool, but I'm about to die soon, so let's just
yeah,
you know.
we don't know that he'll ever go back to her. You know. So I think it's
But
more like if you want to rationalize it, she knows he needs someone there.
yeah.
And we don't know anything else about her interior life, so we just have to accept that she's interested in learning about what this is like for someone
Yeah.
like we are.
Right. And then it all culminates the final end of their showdown after he's on the run from the cops to the point where there's a fucking helicopter chasing him.
Yeah, hang on.
Like this
A
man
lot.
went 6-star Grand Theft Auto in like 5 minutes, and after the bus chase, the pursuit between the two of them ends at the graveyard where Emily is buried. It's a callback to the beginning of the movie where when Mary is, accusing him like you've never even gone to see her grave or where she's buried, and like what's the color of it? What's the inscription on it?
Is it flat or is
What
it
is it? Is
a
it flat? Is
stone?
it standing up? Is it
Yeah.
under a tree? And I'm like, this is actually, and
That was
then
a
he
good
can't,
that was a
and he
great
can't
moment.
answer. That was a fucking, I love that moment. And it was a good callback because at the end of the movie, he finally makes it there. And that's what like,
It's where John led him
yes,
because we also see earlier, halfway through the film, that he goes to bring flowers to
yeah,
Emily because he's never been there since he was in jail.
yeah,
And of course, Mary's there, so he can't approach the grave.
yeah,
So now at the end, he finally goes to the grave to symbolically close the circle, and they
yeah,
both close it together. So I think that ending is kind of fantastic, especially for this film. Like once you buy into this, it's yeah, I
yeah.
think that the last 20 minutes are pretty phenomenal. It's too weird at first for me to love it. I
That
think
that
I think Sean Penn nailed the landing for sure.
Yeah, with the exception of there were helicopters chasing him, and then we cut to like the sunrise in LA, and it's,
They gave
you
up, I
know,
guess.
they were like,
Well,
ah, we'll figure this out tomorrow.
you mentioned
Not like
Grand
we
Theft
know who the
Auto.
guy is.
You mentioned Grand Theft Auto. If you hide in the garage and change the color of your car, the five
That's
stars go
that's true.
away.
The same rules apply in
Yeah,
Sean Penn's universe.
yeah. Whatever they did. At one
Perfect.
point, they're like inside a house. The cops give up.
He changed like yeah, he changed his car color or whatever. He
Yeah.
put a hat. He put a hat on. Oh, who's this guy?
Moving along.
Right.
That game's so ridiculous.
No, no, you know what it was? The GTA guys wrote the police logic off of
The crossing
this
guard.
movie, off of the
Yeah,
crossing
yeah.
guard.
Huge fans.
Now here's the thing. Did you also, throughout watching it, try to figure out who the crossing guard was until there was literally a crossing guard, and you're
It
like,
was like 10 minutes in.
yeah, but I'm like, so that's the crossing guard? What does he have to do with it?
Well, I thought that that's where the
I know.
incident happened. I think that is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's
And then, well,
probably
no,
he's probably at the spot
he
where it
talks
happened.
about the no, and then it's the dream that he has. The culmin like the
Oh
fucking
yeah.
climax of the movie when you realize why he's going through all of this is shot in a bathroom with one light. It was definitely a an interesting choice, but I liked it. Trying to think, there was like virtually no trivia for this one.
No.
Other than this is well two things. This is the last film to unite Jack Nicholson and Anjelica Huston.
Mm,
So far, there's still time.
God.
Also, apparently, Sean Penn allowed Jack Nicholson to make editing choices for 2 weeks without his involvement because he trusted Jack Nicholson so much. I'm like,
All
imagine
right.
trusting
He
the
idolizes him.
star of your movie.
Yeah, if it's your idol.
Yeah,
I mean, interesting fun fact. All four actors have directed.
yeah,
Main actor. Even Robin Wright. Yeah, all
yeah.
four. Yeah, it's
And
cool.
Joe Houston's director?
She's directed a couple of things. She did Bastard Out of Carolina.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. I remember it coming out in 96 because it had the name Bastard in it. So I was like, woo. But I think it's one of those Southern cooked family dramas. I don't
Hmm.
know anything about it. Maybe we'll cover it because it's next year. Robin Wright only recently directed her first thing, Land, which she starred in.
Oh, that's right.
And David Morse didn't direct any films, but he's directed some episodes. He was on St. Elsewhere. That was his breakout, and he directed a couple episodes of that. This is why I bring it up. He directed an episode of Friday the 13th, the series, which I'm just fascinated by. How did that happen? Who decided, oh, David Morse could do this? Maybe he's in the episode. I don't remember. It's kind of interesting. Obviously, we know Sean Penn directed, but Jack started directing when he was still in his early days with Roger Corman was kind of the guy that started Jack's career, and he
He was in.
directed Scenes of the Terror.
Oh, right.
His true filmography, like directing start, was Going South, like you said. He directed a couple other things too. He did Head.
He did the two Jakes.
Yeah.
Not good.
So yeah, I think it's kind of interesting that everyone's sort of a director on here.
It becomes a little bit of an acting exercise in the middle. Just there's a lot of scenes that just kind of meander and don't really have a point other than to show behavioral tics or acting exercise. Like the scene where Sean Penn's mother comes in when she's complaining about the size of her ring.
Oh yeah,
I'm just like, this is navel gazing at best. To just put that in there.
yeah, because they want to show Jack going off the handle.
Yeah, but we are. I mean, there's plenty of other scenes that we could or exemplify that.
Yeah, I wonder if that's filler, or I also thought that scene was to engender you to his employees so that when he goes to jail, his employee comes to get him. He's the only person that will be willing to come get him.
Yeah.
But it's also because he's nice to him. I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't need any of that. Like when he flips out at the restaurant and gets put in jail, you don't need that other than to show that he's going off the handle and,
Right.
and kind of
Although I
like
will say
losing the thread.
that is the standard response when a fight breaks out in a fancy restaurant. Just start playing the cello louder. Everybody was just like, "Oh, this is happening now."
Did you
This
know
guy's this guy must be a regular.
one of the actresses, yeah, right. One of the actresses that he's with played Bernie Mac's wife on the Bernie Mac show.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, at the restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I believe it.
Speaking of scenes that kind of don't need to be there, he takes one of the
Cardboard.
yeah, he takes one of the strippers home and she plays a song for him.
Is
It's
she
like
supposed to be
Yes,
bad?
it's like a chance for Sean Penn to show off Carrie Wooer's singing skills, I
it's a
guess.
goddamn shame that was not
So
nominated for Best Original Song.
I'm glad you brought that up. Is she supposed to be bad in the scene? Because she's god awful.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's always the risk when you have a character writing an original song, because it's like, is it supposed to be questionable, or are we supposed to take this seriously?
And Jack's
Also,
face.
talk about a vanity project for Jack. He gets to wake up next to these beautiful
Yeah,
women.
right.
Cardi Wars like all over him during the movie, and then he hooks up with Priscilla Barnes, but he neglects her. So let me take it from here.
Yeah.
Are we doing our Jack impressions now?
Oh, don't get me started, man.
I can only do Christian
Jeff's got
Slater.
the eyebrows going.
No, I've played Jack Nicholson before. I
Have
went
you?
Have you?
well, yeah, no, you don't remember the story?
I was
No,
probably drunk.
in high school we had okay, so there was a so the Bob Rivers Comedy Corps puts out a series of holiday albums called Twisted Christmas,
That's
right?
right.
This is what I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
Fucking Twisted Christmas.
Bill Cecilberg special.
And one of the albums had A Visit from Saint Nicholson, which is just a retelling of The Night Before Christmas. But instead of Santa Claus, a dude's visited by Jack Nicholson, drunk in a Santa suit, just losing his fucking mind. And I memorized that shit. Like I was obsessed. Mainly because I realized, oh, I can do a Jack Nicholson voice. You know, we get to high school and the last day before winter break, senior year, we were allowed to dress up. And everyone's dressed up in like reindeer antlers and elves and I come in a full Santa suit, slick back hair and sunglasses, and just talk like Jack Nicholson all day. I did it again at some coffee house thing
Hmm.
a couple years later.
And I think I saw that.
Yeah, that was probably what you saw.
I don't remember
Terrible
exactly.
decision reenacting that live. It was
Hmm.
just talk about Vanity Project. Point is, I love Jack Nicholson. It's okay, brother.
I don't know what you're
This
talking.
is just honest to God, I think that album probably like contributed to a majority of my speech patterns.
Oh, this
It's
makes sense.
kind of problematic.
Oh, this
I grew up listening
explains.
to a Jack Nicholson impersonator,
Yeah, this explains way
That's
too much.
right.
It's too late.
Exciting times.
Yeah, yeah.
Exciting times.
They ever do a movie together?
Oh, they should have.
Well, that would be.
I'll look it up later. I'll look it up as you tell me what your rating is on this movie.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
I'm actually going C plus.
Ooh, that's low.
I think Jack is a little too hammy at times, which I know he's afforded that opportunity because Sean Penn is very permissive with him. But the subtler performances are really good by David Morse and Anjelica Huston. I do
Hmm.
think this movie could have been tightened and made a little more taut,
Hmm.
especially in the middle. I know we got this like stringent deadline that we're on throughout the movie, but it feels very slack.
Like he could have jumped the timeline and just found him again. Like, why do you need to
Yeah,
tell
it's
him
a
3 days?
little. The performance of Jack and the movie itself is a very lugubrious on one note.
Hmm.
Lugubrious. We got to
Yeah,
put that
it
up on the
is.
screen. What does that mean, Corey?
Just like unrelentingly grim.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's good things in the movie. I just think it's a little self-indulgent at times. That cross-cutting that you were talking about at the beginning, I was like, we're off to a bad start. This
I
is a little
was not
too,
buying the movie right away.
yeah, I
I
was
I
not liking that art house avant-garde cutting style.
see.
Yeah.
I liked the idea of it. I do think it should have been slightly further into the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been good.
If
Honestly,
you're
it should have
not,
started with the Springsteen song and him walking down the street. I would have liked that.
yeah, I get it now in hindsight, but it was rough getting into this film. I do want to ask before I tell you my grade. Was Jack ever in Pump Up the Volume?
No.
I don't think they ever did anything together,
Damn.
but they still could. He could be in the Angelica Houston Jack reunion. And I do see we've not covered Christian Slater, which is funny because I think of him as a very 90s actor. He was, trying to keep it together in the 90s. So I think we do have a film in 98 that I think we'll want to cover because it's not a very famous film and it's one of Corey's favorites.
Oh, I know. It's,
Yeah. Yeah. And I just looked and it could be our November 98 film.
I hope so.
And that'll be good. Anyway, I also would probably give it B minus, C plus, somewhere around there. I might stick with B minus because our discussion went well. I liked talking about this film, but I'm never gonna watch it again, you know? It is a rough subject, but I think David Morse elevates it with his performance, and I think it's a very fascinating character study for what way we could go with our penal system, like how you could actually recover from something so devastating. They could have explored that more, and I think he does a little bit in The Indian Runner, but that's more of a thriller than this is. I think he perfects his directing style with The Pledge, and so I think this is a rough draft in a way, as was The Indian Runner, so
I think that's the best thing he's directed for sure. The
for
play.
sure. While I'm satisfied with the film, it is not my favorite. It's mostly going to come back to me when I think of David Morse.
I think Jeff loved it.
B plus.
Hey,
There you go.
I love the story. I love most of the dialogue. The music got to me at times. I will agree with Cory on some of the more ham-fisted aspects of it. But overall, for Sean Penn's second directorial excursion, like I found myself coming back to certain lines dialogue that actually like stuck with me, which hasn't really happened with a lot of these movies that we've watched, which is, a credit to the writing.
No Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man quotes come back to you on a daily basis?
Not really.
Oh,
I
okay.
look at
Nothing,
the
nothing.
sunset and I gotta take a smoke and a drive. I don't know what happens in that movie.
Few things have hit as hard as freedom is just entertainment.
Hmm.
Or another one, I could never fall in love at night, where he's talking about how he met his wife in the daytime. There's also one moment in that where like, he's at strip clubs the whole time. But then when he really goes off the deep end and is like fucking obliterated at the end of the night, he goes to a place where he pays money to just slow dance with these women, which is such a moment for that. I don't know. I thought that was a cool.
I think there were
cool bit.
simultaneously really, really interesting, poignant ideas,
Yeah.
and then really ham-fisted ideas. So
Yeah, like there were things that, he gave Jack Nicholson editing rights for a
maybe
couple
Jack
weeks,
edited
so
that
maybe
beginning.
yeah, you know what?
Let's throw him under the bus.
Yes. But anyway,
I have one last fun fact because I love the Oscars. Sean Penn is currently the front runner for Best Supporting Actor with his performance for One Battle After Another. He would tie Jack in amounts of Oscars for a man,
huh.
which is kind of cool. So
That's
he'd
awesome.
he'd equal his idol. It's just neat, I think. Jack's the most nominated performer, at least male, after Katharine Hepburn. Meryl's passed him
Charles
too.
got to be up there with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. So he's probably the third most at this point, but he's won 3 Oscars. Sean Penn has been nominated for 6 Best Actor performances. So
That's
this would
great.
be his first Best Supporting. Jack also has one supporting and 2 actors.
Well, it's interesting that you brought up Sean Penn because another actor come director put out a movie this year, and it was Jodie Foster with Home for the Holidays.
It's her second movie she's done as well.
After Little Man Tate, I think this one's very much the lesser of the two. She's a little bit of a got a scaling track record with directing. She also did The Beaver and
Mm.
Monster. Not great movies.
The Beaver is her Into the Wild.
Yeah, trying to redeem Mel Gibson during that period where he's a little. This is actually like a movie you could watch for Christmas or Thanksgiving, but I don't think it has the poignancy of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles or the humor either. Honestly, it's about Holly Hunter's character who's comes back for the holidays and has to deal with her dysfunctional family. Robert Downey Jr. plays the flamboyant black sheep of the family, and honestly, he comes off very obnoxious in the movie. The movie itself, again, these directors really like to let their actors shine to the detriment of the movie because it comes off very unfocused. So I would say skip this one. Unless you want to see Holly Hunter in a leading role, which is always a godsend. She's great.
Interesting fact I just read. Jodie Foster directed an episode of House of Cards with Robin Wright.
6 Degrees of Robin Wright. They also rebooted the Bond franchise with Goldeneye this month, which
Hey,
Pierce Brosnan's maiden voyage as 007. I like it. I don't love it as much as other people do. I think it's a tad overrated. I think that Sean Bean is a great foil.
Great Bond villain.
Great Bond villain. Pierce Brosnan, right out of the gate, establishes himself as a really good Bond. The movie itself, the pacing's a little lacking at times, especially towards the beginning. Bond disappears for like a good third of the movie.
Because they're focusing on Sean Bean. They want you to
Sean Bean and
tricked a little.
the main female
Love interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's kind of dull. How do you feel about Xenia Onatop, a name I know by heart?
Oh, Famke Jansson's a great female henchman, which they hadn't really had up until that point.
For a while, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they had like demure villains. They weren't like really in the action. They
Right.
were always like pencil pusher kind of villain.
It was a great 90s modern twist.
Yeah, I think she's one of my favorite Bond villains. That's why. This was also the first Bond film I saw. I didn't see it in theaters, but I saw it once it came to tape.
It's
So
also
this
the first
is
time that Campbell has rebooted.
Yeah, he did it
That
twice.
twice.
It's kind of cool. How do you feel about Alan Cumming in it?
Not great.
Okay, yeah. You don't like Goofy.
I do like Robbie Coltrane. I wish he was in.
He's good.
I wish he had continued on in the Daniel Craig era, but
That would have been cool, yeah.
I understand why.
Now, this is the most important question. How do you feel about the video game? Because this is
Oh,
the
the video game's
seminal
really
N64 game.
more popular than the movie at this.
What? Yeah, I mean, a lot of good memories from that video game.
I'm gonna shit in your mouth.
Never seen the fucking movie.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good trash talk came out of that.
Do you know what the plot of Goldeneye is? Try to guess based on the video game.
I'm assuming someone is it well the golden gun was important,
Nope,
but
that's the
I'm
man
pretty
with the golden
no,
gun.
it's is it like a bionic eye situation?
Nope, that's another one, I think.
No, golden
I
eye
don't
is
know.
not about an eye.
Not at all. Actually, it is a piece that works with a telemetry system based on the antenna that Sean Bean's trying to demolish.
Neat.
Because you know the level where you're like on a satellite dish on a bridge above it?
Yeah,
That's from the movie.
gotcha.
So that's like the showdown at one point. I don't know. That part isn't important to me.
There's a problem with Bond movies. The plot kind of gets a little too convoluted, and I lose track of it.
You love the gadgets. You want to see Desmond Llewellyn.
Yeah.
The children, they long for Desmond.
One of Tristan's favorite movies came out this month.
Oh, here we go.
Probably the last great movie from Rob Reiner, the American President. Also planted the seeds for The West Wing that would follow.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Martin Sheen plays his chief of staff.
Yeah.
And it's a role that John Spencer plays in The West Wing for Martin Sheen's president. So they kind of set the tone of what The West Wing would be and ended up getting the person that was one of the best parts of The American President.
Yeah.
This is
Also,
Sorkin.
yes, Sorkin.
Yeah,
Another
this is
Okay.
one of his calling cards. Like, this is what he became, essentially.
Yeah.
Another weird thing that this spun off into a TV series based on seeing Michael J. Fox in this, they developed Spin City for him, which is also a sitcom set in the political arena.
So he's essentially playing his character from American President again.
Right.
But they developed a whole new world for him.
And
pretty
who
well.
took over for Michael J. Fox in Spin City?
Oh, right, Charlie Sheen, which is funny because it's the Sheens, yeah, the Estevez. Yeah, I think this movie is why I'm in love with Annette Bening. She's so charming, as is Michael Douglas. There's an incredible moment towards the end of the film. Have you ever seen this, Jeff?
The American President?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, that's another one. I'm gonna make you watch this too.
Okay. It's on the list.
Yeah. I won't spoil it for you,
An
but
ever-growing scroll.
Michael Douglas
Yes.
is so commanding in this performance that it's what I think of when I think of Michael Douglas. It's what I think of when I think of Annette Bening.
Would you vote for him?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you're getting political on the
Well,
podcast.
that's what happens in the movie. Richard Dreyfuss doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about the American people.
The
Yeah.
movie kind of posits itself as kind of like a modern day Capra
Mhm.
figure because I don't know how many people would vote for a president that was a widow. But
Yeah, that is what's
Sure.
interesting. Like, and to be a widow, she dies in his first term.
who plays the daughter?
She's been in a couple of things I don't remember off the top of my head.
She's very good without
Yeah.
being precocious.
Right. Well, she's kind of a teenager at this point.
Mhm.
So it's different than like a precocious kid.
Right.
She's not 10 when she lost her mom. They've obviously gone through the death pretty well. Her name's Shauna Waldron. She was in Little Giants.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
I know I'd seen her somewhere else.
She's a tomboy, little
She
giant.
really doesn't do much else. All films I've never heard of. Anywho, yeah, there's a lot of good moments in that film. Who else is in that? There's John Mahoney, who plays Annette Bening's boss. David Paymer's the Richard Schiff.
Yeah,
Richard Dreyfuss is pretty
everybody in the staff is fantastic.
Mhm.
Great ensemble.
Samantha Mathis plays a pretty good character, the aide to Michael Douglas. That's sort of what they end up playing in the West Wing. It's kind of like your upstairs, downstairs of the White House.
Oh, okay.
It's the inner workings of what you don't see. You don't think about the speechwriters until West Wing. And
Right.
it made a whole generation of politicos want to be like Bradley Whitford and Rob Lowe.
Yeah. And then after this marked Rob Reiner's descent.
Yeah.
Scorsese put out his companion piece to Goodfellas this
Mm.
month, Casino, which I feel like is kind of underappreciated now.
Yeah, we could have done this, I guess, for Scorsese.
Yeah, it's of his gangster movies. I feel like this is the one that gets the least amount of love, but it shouldn't. I think it's really well done. It's another movie that's about, I think it's 3 hours long, but it flies by.
Mhm.
Scorsese's so good at pacing 3 hour long movies. Maybe it's because I have an innate dislike for Sharon Stone, but I could see why her performance is so heralded in this because she's so detestable throughout this whole movie.
It's maybe my favorite Sharon Stone performance.
Yeah.
It was nominated for a couple things, right?
I don't think so, actually. I don't think it got much love around Oscar time.
So it's kind of forgotten.
It is. Also, one of the few acting gigs for Joe Bob Briggs.
Who did he play?
He plays the floor manager who gets fired by De Niro at one point.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I kind of
Comes
saw
away from
him.
controversy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don Rickles is in it.
I was gonna bring up Don Rickles next. He's fantastic because he's playing against type.
Yeah, there's a lot of great behind the scenes anecdotes about Don Rickles basically ribbing Joe Pesci the whole time and De Niro.
And they got Dick Smothers in there trying to shut him down.
Yeah, a lot of comedians.
Yeah, I think that's what he wanted to do because this is a Vegas movie. You know, all these
Right.
people kind of went through Vegas a little bit.
Yep.
I did look, Sharon Stone was nominated for Best Actress,
Mhm.
but that's about it.
Rightfully so. But this month also marks the 30th anniversary of when we met Woody and Buzz in Toy Story. Oh, Jeff perked up. This
'Cause
is
he's
the
actually seen this.
yeah, this is Pixar's first movie.
Yeah. So
Oh,
Toy Story.
Yeah, tell us about your opinion.
It
yeah.
holds the record for the most times I've ever seen a movie in a theater.
Oh wow. How many?
7, maybe.
Wow.
But that was, back when movies cost like $5. So fuck it.
Yeah, that's true.
I love this movie. I think it's hilarious that now, on the 30th anniversary of that, they're re-releasing this, and it's become this self-fulfilling prophecy because there's toys of Toy Story characters that are going for ridiculous amounts of money from the original release. And I'm like, we're just Toy Story 2ing ourselves.
Alice Toy Barn.
Right. We are
Figured
all
it.
Alice Toy Barn, and
Yeah.
You
it's
Stinky
just,
Pete.
am I Stinky Pete? No.
My Stinky Pete.
Oh no. No, I'm one of the aliens probably. But no, I fucking love that movie. I had the video game, I had the movie, I had the Buzz Lightyear, I had all the things.
Do I have anything?
All of the Burger King toys.
I had a bunch of Burger King toys. I had a
Oh my
Slinky
God.
dog.
Yeah, the Slinky dog.
Slinky's my favorite character. Who's your favorite character in this?
Ooh.
It's a good
Probably
ensemble.
it's a tough call from Woody Shark. I'm Woody.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy. Yes. Sickest burn in the history of the English language.
Can I say the Etch-a-Sketch?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that just
Got the
gets
best visual gag at the beginning. Draw.
Yeah, that whole intro to every character when he's walking through the crowd,
World
fantastic.
build, the world
Yeah.
build, great.
Yeah, he's like the mayor of everything. It's
He's
a
Sheriff Woody.
fantastic plot, and you didn't
Yeah.
think they were going to be able to top it with 2. Everything in that is solid too,
We got 5 coming out next
and then
summer.
3 even crazier.
My favorite thing is like because of obviously they hadn't figured out what humans look like in the Pixar universe yet.
Well, it was Charlie Browned him.
But if you go and watch, the birthday scene, there's
Air
like
fuel.
there's like 6 Andys running around because they only had one model for the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like his sister is just younger Andy with a blonde
Longer
curly
hair.
wig.
yeah. It is funny that we have real life Sid though, the kid from
Will Poulter.
yeah, Will
Oh my
Poulter.
God, yes, that's right.
He's told people that he like runs into them in the bathroom and they're like, I loved you in Toy Story. He's like, I have to tell them I'm a real person.
I am not an animated cartoon from 30 years ago.
Yeah, I just let him talk.
I mean, that is a weird claim to fame. Kid was just experimenting and making art, and the toys came to life and fucked up his life.
God, it
And
was
then he became-
such a good movie.
Although the joke's on him because he became a garbage man and he's
That's
getting
a
paid
good
more
cameo,
than
yeah.
getting paid more than.
Yeah.
And then we've got a 5th one coming out.
I don't know.
I like the
So-
premise.
We keep
So-
saying
I
that
like-
it's not going to be good, and they've all been good.
Yeah, I like the-
The best came out yesterday.
I like the premise. My everyone's throwing shade because like
continuity.
here's the thing. Pixar trailers are never like Pixar movies because they can make the trailer as a separate thing
Mm-hmm.
and
It
not
wasn't a good
actually have
trailer.
it set up the premise.
That's all it needed.
But they
to
had
do.
Woody there. And spoiler alert, the end of 4, Woody goes away. And he just
Yeah,
fucking
how
separates
can
from
he
the rest
be
of the
there?
group. And then the running joke now is, it's the line from whatever Star Wars movie it was. Somehow Woody's returned.
Yeah, it's not that hard. He knows where they live.
Right.
It's
well,
as
yeah.
stupid as
Well,
the
that's the
people
whole
with the
thing. Is
bombs.
that's gonna be a B plot of the movie. Is how does Woody get back to them? The iPad's not gonna show up until like the 3rd act.
I think that's the whole plot. It's probably showing up right away.
Yeah.
But then they have to go get Woody, or
They
Woody's
use-
already there.
they
Woody
should-
stopped by.
The
Like,
iPad.
Who cares?
The iPad shows up. They find out it's got a GPS. They use it to track Woody.
It could be a
and then they
prequel to
move-
4. Who cares? You know?
No, okay, I'm calling it right now. The iPad helps them get Woody back and then turns on them.
Okay. Yeah, they like twisting villains like Lotso.
The teaser has absolutely nothing to do with the actual movie other than
Right.
there's an iPad.
Yeah,
Sorry, a
the
lily pad. Ugh.
kind of funny actually, because the whole frog
The
preschool
whole,
thing.
yeah, but the whole like,
Yeah.
it's screens versus toys, which
Right.
is a real thing that people deal with now. So it's
But
actually a
yeah, it's
fascinating premise.
good,
Yeah.
relevant.
But back in the day, we had to pretend that our Burger King toys woke up when we left the room. I gotta say though, this movie like inspired a whole new fear in a generation of children that your toys were coming to life when you were asleep or you weren't in the room. And I gotta that
Made
part
me more gentle to my stuffed animals.
it did mess with me for a little bit because I was super paranoid about, certain things.
Your
But
turtles
it
were
was just
watching you.
right, exactly. I'm like,
It it
what are we doing?
it tells you which kids had the hyper imagination.
It was just an ADHD litmus test.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that was like, "Yeah, I'm Sid."
Yeah.
Oh
Kids
well.
who were just like, man, Sid was my favorite. Although I like all the little call outs were the carpeting at Sid's house
It was
is
green. It was
is the is
disgusting.
the Overlook Hotel.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
And you had that
Yeah.
gross wood paneling.
Yeah, we used to have wood paneling when I was a kid. It
Yeah.
was a
It
very
was
80s thing,
yeah.
or even
It was,
70s.
I still have it in my house now.
You do, yeah. Oh, I saw a really good Halloween costume this year. Someone was the crane with legs, and someone
Oh,
else was
nice.
like one of the other Sid toys. I forget which one. And that brings us to Jeff's time to shine, Poster Boy.
We only have one this month.
Actually,
Yeah.
no, no, no. I ended up doing that second one, like we
Okay.
talked about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I realized a way I could do it.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, you just take them out. So
I see.
this is gonna be a floating head poster. You know what that means, Jeff? Where it's the two stars and their heads take up most of the space. So there's not much to it other than the
Milo and
actors.
Otis.
Exactly, like a big Milo
Yes.
and Otis.
Well, initially it was
Gordy.
it's a blue.
Gordy's back.
Yeah, yep.
It's a blue sky in the mountains. There's a campfire, and they're telling probably scary stories. And then Tristan just popped up a cat and a
Our old friend, the scared cat,
our old friend the scared cat and the
and
cool
Gordy.
pig.
Yeah,
Or
cool pigs, scaredy cat.
cool pig and the scaredy cat. Sundays on WFAN. Okay, so this is in the woods. It's got to be some sort of scary story thing.
Yeah, I'll help you out a little
or
bit.
or plane crash survivors. That does not help me at all. That was just two women in presumably spy jumping gear
Mhm.
with giant flashlights or flamethrowers. Are they
Perfect. Yeah.
flamethrowers? Okay. Oh, nope, that's a cave. That's not actually trees. That's a cave.
Yeah.
Is this a descent? No, this isn't the descent.
No, 10 more years.
Prequel to Charlie's
Uh,
Angels.
Charlie's Angels Underground.
Yeah, this doesn't give you anything, right?
It,
No.
it it does look like Mariska Hargitay from where I'm standing right now. And Christina Ricci. Not that.
Oh,
No, wait.
oh,
Oh, okay.
Christina Ricci.
Is it Christina
What I
Ricci?
heard, yes, it is.
Okay.
Good
Wow.
job.
I thought you would have been too. Oh,
You know the other
Yeah.
one though.
Yeah,
wait,
do you know
wait.
her?
Yeah, no. What? Oh my God. Was she in the fucking whale movie?
Was
No,
she? I don't
Free
remember her
Willy? No.
filmography.
Free Willy.
No, she was in.
There was a boy in Free Willy.
He had a friend. Yeah, I'll look her up. I know the big film she's in. I started to look her up, but I was just in our text chain. I almost just texted you her name instead of actually searching.
Well, she's coming back, isn't she?
Is she?
Is it
You
is
gotta
it still
reserve-
in the is it still in the credits that you didn't blur out?
Yes. Don't look. Get out of there. Get out of there. Here, I'll put my
Because I guarantee you, I don't know the name. I know the face.
she
I
was in
cannot.
Veep. That was
I
the big
cannot
thing.
remember the name.
She's also in Hannibal.
Those are both already 6 years ago, though.
It's two girls lost in the mountains and have
Okay.
to find their way
Bad
home.
situation.
Yeah, just two
Is
good
that-
girls in a bad situation.
I don't think I've
Which
seen this, so I don't know what the plot
Sounds
is.
like a terrible thing.
What would you call this?
So what is the plot?
Christina Ricci plays a city slicker who moves to the country and meets this tomboy. They find out that there's a legend of gold up in them yonder hills, so they go
Ah.
searching for it.
So, based on that, what would you call this?
Them thar hills. Uh,
That's a good joke title. I don't think that would pass.
right. The quest for Gold Mountain.
It's honestly kind of close to what it actually is.
The treasure of Foggy
Gold
Mountain.
Rush. Right, exactly. Right. I was gonna
It's
say
simpler.
the treasure of
Yeah, I think
Treasure of
Treasure of
Foggy
Foggy
Mountain.
Mountain is making fun of this title.
Probably.
That's why. And before we go on, you didn't know who she is, right? Do you know where she's from at all? It's
I've
not coming
seen
in.
the was she on
So it's Anna
Orange is the
Chlumsky?
New Black?
I don't know. She was in.
You know the big movie she was in.
She was My Girl.
That's it. That was the one.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never seen that, but I recognize the
Right.
face.
Her hair's a little longer even here.
Yeah.
Obviously, you knew Christina. This is one of the ones I missed as a kid with her. What would you do as a tagline for bonus points?
the lengths you'd go for friendship.
Sure, good enough. Some friendships are
So
worth
it's
a
worth a
fortune.
fortune.
That's close. So what's the title he was going with?
Yeah, you want to come up with, you came up with a decent title for that. Them There Hills.
Trophy on the hill.
Okay,
I
good enough.
don't know. Gold diggers.
Not what you'd
Sounds like
expect
they're
from that
marrying
title.
guys for money.
Right. Literally
Yeah,
gold diggers.
very different
But
connotation
Yeah,
there
I
is
know.
a
nowadays.
there is a subtitle to this. Gold diggers colon. What would you say?
The,
The Legend of Curly's Gold.
the search for friendship.
Yeah.
The secret of Bear Mountain.
See, I'm telling you could come up
Okay.
with any title and it can be a film.
Yeah.
This gives us
I
hope.
I have to say though, like, did they ever rebrand this just as like The Secret of Bear Mountain? Because I feel like calling a movie with two 14-year-old girls gold diggers has very different connotations.
Oh,
Mhm.
you think that's weird? There's a couple of shots in here with Christina Ricci that are highly sexualized. Kind of gross.
And she's actually 14 in this, so no thank you.
Yeah.
Gross. I gotta say, there's a little bit of a Spy Kids vibe at the bottom there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right.
That's why you said Charlie's Angels even, because Charlie's Angels does the little orange at the bottom with
I
the three
never
of them.
said Charlie's Angels. That was.
I'm pointing at both of you,
Oh,
but I
okay.
meant Cory. Anyway,
Does one of them get caught in a bear trap or something? Or any sort of like what are the stakes? One of them has to fall off a cliff or get stuck in a cave or something. I guess
do they
we'll
get
find
the
out.
gold?
We'll find out when I watch it. There was no gold. The gold was the friendships they made along the way.
Yeah, come on, man. You weren't paying attention.
I didn't see this movie.
That's
Yeah,
the
but
plot
you
point
know,
of every movie.
90s kids movie.
Every
Yeah.
movie. It was the friends you made along the way.
Yeah, Mighty
Seen
Ducks.
it.
Was
Things
she in the
Jeff
Mighty
would say.
Ducks too? I think that was another.
I don't think so. Anna Chlumsky?
No, that's a girl that was in Wet Hot.
Yeah, my Airbnb host.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got one more for you.
Oh, that's a good one. I like how you cropped that.
All right. Well, there's crocodiles
Yeah.
in some palm tree areas.
Splashing.
So
Alligator 3.
it looks okay. So they're very particularly organized, as though
Mhm.
someone is water skiing on the back of them.
Oh, man, he
That's
knows.
true.
I
You know
don't know
what
what the
this is?
movie is. Is it Crocodile Dundee?
No.
No.
What?
No, that's the thing
Okay.
is I don't know. I just
Okay.
see that's kind of what it looks like.
I get
And I
it.
think I probably remember. Is this like Florida Vacation or something?
No, different continent. Here, maybe this will help.
And Gordy and the cat are back.
Yeah, maybe this will help.
Ace Ventura. Oh,
Yeah.
is this the first Ace Ventura?
Nope.
No, no.
Do you remember what the second one was called?
When Nature Calls.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
Now,
what?
based on this, what would you call this? I mean, it's tough with the sequel. So it's sort of a tough month, but
The alligators in the movie? I don't even remember that.
I don't remember it all. All I remember is the dumb rhinoceros.
That's
I
the
hate that
best
stuff.
scene, though.
I hate it so much.
That's the best scene.
So gross. You know, I was 10. I was like, this is stupid.
Well, it's supposed to be stupid. Yeah, so wait, what's
Tell
Jeff?
me.
Yeah, I'm trying to ask you what you would make of this poster just for bonus points.
Of this poster?
Like, I guess
Like what movie this would be?
it's tough because we know this is Ace Ventura. I mean,
classic.
Running Wild.
I mean, honestly, When Nature Calls is a perfect subtitle for Ace Ventura. If this was the movie, there had never been a first one. What would you call this if you didn't have it as his name?
So not
Yeah, like, say this is the introduction to this character. You're not calling it Ace Ventura. You're calling it something like Born to Be
the
Wild.
Croc Whisperer. Dr. Doolittle. Dr. Do More.
That is the mentality of an executive.
Yeah, no.
You got it.
No, don't tell me that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be insulted right now. Come
Well,
on.
you got negative points there.
So, wait, so the question is, if Ace Ventura never existed and I just saw this picture with Jim Carrey
Yeah.
riding crocodiles,
Yeah.
see you later, alligator.
No.
Okay.
Lyle Crocodile.
Yeah.
Lyle yes. Look,
Oh,
it's an
right.
investigate. No, okay. The investigator. That's the
Oh,
You
wow.
redeemed yourself.
that's it. That's the title.
That's
That's the
actually really
tweet.
good. So, based on
Elevator
that,
pitch.
what would your tagline for the investigator be?
The truth is nipping at his heels.
That'll work.
New animals, new adventure, same hair.
Cool.
That's a good tagline, I feel.
Yeah, all right. So that's
I'm
Jim.
guessing you're not a fan of this one,
It's a
Tristan.
bad movie. I've never seen the first one because this is so bad. Oh well.
You weren't a Jim Carrey fan back then?
I love The Mask.
I was obsessed with Jim Carrey.
I liked The Cable Guy fine. And then I liked Liar Liar. I've still never seen Me, Myself, and Irene.
What about Dumb and Dumber?
I didn't watch Dumb and Dumber until later, but I like it.
Okay. I think of those movies of that era, I think The Mask is the one that holds up the best.
And The Mask was the one I watched a couple times in that period. So when we went to see Ace Ventura, remember, I would go in the summer with mom to see like a dollar film at the Edison Theater.
Right.
This was one of the summer films. And we're like, okay, well, we missed the first one. How hard could it be to figure out what it is? He's a detective that gets with
I was
pets,
say
you
it's not
know?
a complex plot.
Right. So let's check this out. We both were like, this is gross and stupid.
No,
We should have seen the first one. I think we would have liked that fine.
maybe.
And maybe if I ever see it, I'll actually like it. Speaking of Jack, that's who we were thinking of going for our picks of the month. I already have mine. I don't know what you guys are thinking about.
I got mine.
You want to go first?
Sure. I'm going with Five Easy Pieces. Oh, did I pick
Guess I
yours?
can't go with it.
Are you want to pick something else?
I should have gone first.
Damn it.
It's his best film.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, can't recommend it enough. I'm trying to think of what else we could go with. He's been in so many big films.
You want me to pick a different one?
I mean, I could go with The Pledge, you know?
I'll pick a different. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, what
That's
would
fine.
you go with if you didn't pick Five Easy Pieces?
The Passenger.
Okay, why don't you have Passenger? I'll have Five Easy Pieces.
Okay, yeah.
We already talked about The Pledge. Well, Jeff thinks, who do you think Jimmy would go with?
Batman.
Or A Few Good Men.
I could go with Reds too. If you'd rather, do you want to go with Five Easy Pieces?
I think Jimmy would go with The Shining.
He's never seen it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was one of the last things we were going to watch before
It's
we.
actually shocking.
There are a lot of things. I would go with see. It's between three things for me,
Yeah.
but two of which are.
I'll text him. He answered me last time.
I'm gonna go with The Shining. Close second, the original Little Shop of Horrors.
The original.
He played the Bill Murray character, or the character that Bill Murray was.
That's
was
not a
based
bad
on.
choice. Do you want to go with that because that's like an underrated one, or do you want to go with Shining because that makes sense too?
Well, also Mars Attacks. I don't know. It's like,
That's what I was
Mars
thinking
Attacks
Jimmy
is a
might
lot
go
of fun.
with
yeah.
actually.
Okay. Well, then,
So I'll text him if he goes with Mars Attacks. I'll give you Shining. Anyway, he's made so many good films.
I made a lot of clunkers.
He
Although
did, but that's okay.
his career ended on a bit.
Yeah, I watched How Do You Know in a hotel room with Rebecca, and it's rough. She fell asleep, and I was like, "That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't want to see the rest." She
Yeah.
asked me how it ended, and I'm like, "It didn't really end. It just kind of meandered away." It's embarrassing for Jack. It's like Gene Hackman's Welcome to Mooseport. It kind of just frittered away.
At least Robert Redford ended on a good one.
Yeah, Old Man and the Gun.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah, that's what we'll say.
I mean, even then, Jack had two good films right before that. Bucket List is fine, and Departed is phenomenal.
Bucket List is terrible.
You don't think the Bucket List is good?
That's part of that Rob Reiner groove of bad films.
It's a perfect plane movie. So that's the last thing you watch on an airplane.
Before it goes down.
Hey, I got to get the bucket list off of my bucket list.
wasn't that where that whole phrase came from?
Yeah, it
It
is.
is.
Actually.
It is. Yeah.
It originated that
The thing I was just quoting was Stanley Tucci and Easy A.
The cultural impact that movie had, but nobody remembers the movie, but they have that word. And I'm wondering like how
It
many
did
other
really
movies-
well.
Yeah.
It made a lot of money,
did.
so
It
did
people
really-
saw it
Yeah.
and then told other people about it, and at worst, they knew of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was culturally impactful without being a great film.
People remembered the concept, which is really what you want out of a movie.
That's all you want. Anywho, next month we're wrapping up 1995, which is crazy to me, but we're taking on the high seas. I don't know if you remember back in the beginning of our podcast, Jeff, we covered a couple of films from Carol Co. Productions. Does that name ring a bell?
Yes.
So we covered a couple of those, like what was that Gene Hackman one we did with forget. We'll list them in the next episode. But there are a couple films that we noticed, like this defunct production company, and we brought up the fact that in December 1995, the movie Cutthroat Island became one of the biggest bombs of all time. It tanked Carol Co. Pictures and pretty much ruined the careers of Matthew Modine and Gina Davis. So
And
what we're
Rennie
going to do, and who?
Rennie Harlan, the director.
True, the director. And so next month we're going to take a look at Cutthroat Island and see if it's as bad as they've been saying. Because I've never seen it. I know you haven't, Jeff. And have you ever seen it?
I've seen it, yes.
Okay. Let's give us a preview. Is it bad?
You'll have to watch the episode to find out.
It's a hidden gem,
job.
God damn it.
Good job.
Hey, look both ways before crossing the street to God.
Boy.
No, too soon. Too soon.
Could this be subtitled How I Learned to Drive?
No. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That just hit me. Oh no, I
Just like he hit that girl.
Stop it. Stop it. Me zooming out of myself.
Jay.
What's your favorite movie about grief?
Talking about grief. Talking about dead daughters in the street. Do, 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 do. We should do it on Thursday more often.